What's up guys, thanks for checking out the video. This video is going to be a quick tip on how to do a final prep step for that intake manifold that you just painted with that red STI wrinkle colored paint. Thanks for checking out the video guys. I'm Luke, this is the SubaruONLY show. This is my little SubaruONLY shop. It's a DIY Subaru channel. It's a channel where all I do is Subaru builds and race Subaru vehicles and motorsport events. It's a DIY themed channel where I walk you guys through the steps to get your Subarus back on the road and hopefully do a little racing of your own. So thanks for checking out the video guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, here's the final step that I'm going to walk you guys through today. Let's say you've just finished painting that intake manifold and you're starting to remove all that blue painter's tape, which will look a little bit like this piece. So you take off all that blue painter's tape, and after you've done that, you find that there's some spots, like this spot, that actually got a little bit of that red wrinkle coat paint underneath the tape. Or maybe that tape wasn't pressed all the way down. Either way, it doesn't really matter because you want to polish all these machine surfaces really quickly as a final step. Now there's lots of ways you could do this. You could use an abrasive pad, something like this, or you could use some sandpaper, something like this. But the quickest and easiest way that I've found is to use your drill and go ahead and get a little sanding disc in that drill. That way you can quickly zip over all these little machine surfaces and clean them up and polish them up so it looks totally restored and brand new. But you only want to use that drill on these surfaces where those bolts are going to go. You don't actually want to use it anywhere where you have a machine surface that you need to keep completely flat, like this surface where the throttle body attaches, or any of the ports coming out the bottom that attach to the heads. For these surfaces, you want to use something that's not actually going to take away any of the aluminum material. Something like a non-scratch Scotch-Brite pad works perfect for those. Okay, here's a great example of where I had some of that red overspray get underneath where I thought I had that blue painter's tape completely covering this machine surface. But that doesn't really matter, we can quickly remove it now, and we're going to polish this surface and get rid of all that staining that's in that aluminum. That way this machine surface looks completely new, and when we use new hardware in it, it's going to make the entire intake manifold look completely restored. So I'm going to grab my drill with that little sanding disc on it, and this is an 800 grit sanding disc, and I'm going to quickly polish that sucker down so it's got a clean machine surface. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to move on to the next one, and as you can see, that cleaned that surface up beautifully. That's a bright, polished aluminum surface now. So I'm going to move on to this next one and polish this sucker real quick too. Okay, this one looks polished. I'm going to go ahead and polish all the rest of these machine surfaces where I don't have to have a gasket and a totally true flat surface. Alright, those suckers look good. Moving on to the next side. Okay, and just work your way around, but be really careful that this sucker doesn't slip off and that you nick that freshly painted surface. That's really easy to do. As a matter of fact, I just did it. Oh no. Damn it. As you can see right here, I actually nicked my freshly painted surface, but it's a good example of how easy it is to screw up a finish when you're doing the final step, like sanding all these machine surfaces. So take your time, use two hands, and be super careful so you don't slip and screw up that freshly painted surface. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there for today, guys. Like I said, this was just a quick tip for a final step of prep on that freshly painted intake manifold. And as you guys can see, it really cleans it up pretty damn nicely. Thank you so much for checking out the video, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comments section. If you liked the video, please give it a like. I'm Luke, this is the SubaruONLY show. Until next time, guys, later!